Happy New Year, everyone. This is Jessie with Neurodivergent Budgets here. Welcome to my 2025 redistribution of the money from 2024. Now, originally I was going to actually film the unstuffing and everything, but my December was a little crazy. Like I said in my last couple videos, my grandpa passed away, as well as I kept getting sick. So I just figured I'd do this part behind the scenes and everything, and then I just film the cash stuffing of putting everything where it needs to go. Quick disclaimer, my binders did not finish getting updated, so I just kind of have temporary placeholder envelopes going on. I am making new labels, but I'm using the Cricut. But I don't have a Cricut. It is my mom and my stepdad's, and so I still have to find time to go over to even learn how to use it properly, as well as just the time it'll take. So I might update them slowly a little bit here and there. I might do them all at once and then swap them out. I don't know yet, but I got all the temporary ones in place. It's fine. I just use sticky notes. I don't really care. You guys who have been with me, you know me, but just kind of quickly to show, this is what I did. I just had this paper. I made this plan a while ago, and I just went through all my binders, wrote down all the amounts that I pulled from them, and then some of these were here to get redistributed. So then afterwards I went and figured out what those splits were and all of that. And then I have this paper, which I'll be looking to off to the side, and this is where I actually did all my redistributions, and I wrote down in my new binders how much is going into everything and all of that. So I'm not going to count this, it's a lot of money, but we did save $2,078 last year, which, considering how much I had to take out of my cash binders, that's great for me. Just to show the savings challenges, so I decided on my stocks, any amount that was over $100 I was going to pull and add to the future binder. So there was $52 that made it over $100 in my stocks, so that got divided out. My dollar savings challenge, I ended up saving $77, which makes sense. I didn't really add to that challenge that much throughout the year. Same with the J-bills, but I got $31 in J-bills, which is all going to Japan. But my house coins, I got $204, and then my personal quarters, I made $194. So, I mean, that's I think it was $506 all by itself just from the coins. So, you know, and that was only for half of the year. And granted, I get a lot of quarters because of my job. I get a lot of quarters in my tip jar. But still, like, if you guys ever need a reason to start saving your coins, that's one. I did change my setup a little. I rearranged my room, so my stand is now in a different place. It seems like it might be a little bit shakier there. I have to figure out how to tighten it, and the angles might be a little bit off from what I'm used to lately, so forgive me if anything's messed up. But spacing wise, I'm going to have this off to the side so I can see it. I just wanted to show you guys before I got started. Also, thank you guys so much for anyone following along. There were a couple people who wished me well after my grandpa, and I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. One thing to note, there's a couple that are going to be over $100, but I'm only putting the prop bills back in the original folders they were in. And then I'll just add cash, because I'm going to start doing every month where I do a cash condensing, especially because of my savings challenges. I'll show you when we get to that. But every month I'm going to do a condensing, and so when I get to the end of January, that's when I'll swap out for a prop bill. I just thought it made more sense for my brain that way. Made it a lot easier, then I don't have to remember to take money back to the bank right now amongst everything else I've got going on. So we're just going to do it that way, and call it good. So let's go ahead and get started, see the new binders. So this was my personal bills binder. but now I'm calling it the adulting binder. And I'll just kind of briefly show, but so the personal buffer and house buffer, these are for bills. I decided based on the way I use my binders when it comes to bills, doing the individual bills didn't really make sense for me because I kind of just pulled from all of them as I needed. So instead I'm doing, this is for house bills buffers, things like utilities, our Amazon Subscribe and Save, our YouTube, things that we all use together. And then this is for my personal bills. So then that way I'm just building up a huge buffer, and then if I'm short for one of them, I can take from those. Obviously my annuals, right now I only have one annual that's $15, but we're gonna save up to get Nintendo Online. Also, these 3 came with my new wallet and I wasn't gonna use them, but I needed some just blank ones. I didn't want to tear off all the stickers last night, I was too tired. But I hate the feeling of these envelopes, they're so different and they're so much more flimsy. So if you ever see me cringing when I touch certain envelopes, that's why. I'm moving my oh shit category into this binder instead of my personal one because we also use this to help cover bills usually. So I'm like, it might as well just go in here. And then obviously our taxes as always. And then I also moved debt payoff to this one because I'm like the adulting binder, and also just the way I arranged them, I needed to make space in others so I wasn't doing too much. So house buffer. And some of these are open, some of them are not, so you'll just kind of have to deal with me figuring out. But we are putting $76 into the house buffer. And I have all my ones over here because look how many there are. It's a ridiculous number. Okay, so 50, 75, 76. Basically, there was some money that was redistributed, but it's also combining what little I had left in the house bills, mostly from redistribution though. Okay, the personal buffer is getting 27. And I know I have my $2 bills, but I'm gonna save those. I don't want them in binders that I might take out of. So 25, 6, 7. Oh, and you may notice between videos, I may start adding tracking sheets. I just haven't fully decided what things I want to track versus what I don't yet. So I haven't added them in just yet, but I'm planning to. So just so you know. Annuals is only getting $2. These are a bit wild numbers, but it's all in the redistribution plan that I came up with a long time ago, and it's just the way it crumbled with what I saved last year, so. Oh shit is ending up with 30. Yeah, I think most of these are open because I think I didn't close them when I pulled the money out because that was just a waste of effort. Oh shit has 30. My taxes, we had 141 in here, so I'm putting that back. So let me see, I know I had a specific bill. There it is. Because Quinn was using the animals for his taxes, so I also used, or using frogs, so I also used a frog for mine. So 120, 41. And I am going to be trying to film this semi-quickly because I know I will drag on and on and on. 120, 41. Now, I'm probably going to leave this and start adding in front of it for 2025. So this is technically 2024. I can use whatever's in here if I need to, but I usually don't. That way, the 141 is what I'll use for my taxes reallocation, kind of my own tax return. This is mostly just money just in case. So if I do end up owing things, it's not as big of a deal. Obviously, we don't touch Quinn's taxes. Debt payoff, which I'm just renaming to debt later, is getting 29. So 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really hope I'm on camera. I might have to pause every once in a while and double check because I'm not used to this framing. I feel like I'm leaning over more than usual. 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Now I did double and triple check all of these numbers, so they better be right. So that is our new adulting binder. I really shrunk down the amount of binders that I use now and my new plan, because I didn't even mention this. My goal for 2025 is just to get as much money going in our high yield savings account as possible to start trying to gain as much interest as we can. And I do prop swaps at every 100. It's just easy on my brain that way. So part of why I did this was to be adding more money to each folder, because since I had so many folders on such a low income, the money wasn't stretching as far as I would like. But also, some of the ones that were binders, like travel and health, became just their own folders. That way they can build up money a lot faster. I think we'll get to it later, but I'm pretty sure travel crossed over the $100 mark just by me combining the binder into one folder. So that's why I'm doing things differently. So this now is our house funds binder, our green marble here. Last year I had the house funds and house projects, and they just got kind of combined into here. So this says food, but it's technically food and drinks. It's just consumables, because every time we would just want Taco Bell or something, we would pull from restaurants, drinks, and cravings. So I was like, you know what, if we're gonna use them all anyway, let's just combine them into one. So food and drinks are getting $37. This one definitely will be getting trackers. I just didn't do it yet. I totally forgot. I was so focused on I need to get filming because this is a long video and I still have the cash stuffing to do before I go to work tomorrow. So I just forgot I needed to put them in. So 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. Furniture got moved over still, so we are doing 23. 1, 2, 3. Home repair. Ooh, home repair is close now. We are doing 95. So I'm not going to use my bill that I want to keep. So 40 or 20, 50, 70, 95 into home repair. Now, house funds will act a little bit differently when it comes to prop swaps. I want to leave at least $100 here ready to go in case we need it, because last year we had a pipe burst, and so I was glad I had the money in my home repair to just pay him cash. So I'll probably leave $100 in here, but then if we get to $200, the extra 100 will go back. So it'll be a little bit different from the house funds. Miscellaneous is just what we were calling the house funds envelope, but I was like, I'm sick of having a house funds binder with a house funds folder inside. It gets confusing. So it's now miscellaneous, and it has 82, 50, 70, 80, 1, and 2. And sorry if my voice sounds a little bit scraggly. I've been running errands all day, and I barely slept last night. So 50, 70, 80, 1, 2. Sibling day is getting 15. Right, another new folder. I was like, Quinn's got a Quinn's room category. And even though I like my room right now, I'd like to add my own little Jesse's room if I want to start improving. So we're putting $9 towards that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, and then of course, like I said, we have Quinn's room in here, which we never touch. So that is our new house funds binder. Now I'm not stuffing it, but I'll go ahead and show it to you since we're just going in order. The solid green is now going to be our savings binder. So here are the challenges I'm doing this year. So I decided for my dollar savings challenge, I'm going to be doing by letters. And it's not just the dollar savings from my wallet at the end of every week, because I am going back to unstuffing weekly for my wallet, but it's also whenever I have enough money, I'm also going to put $5 of my cash into it. So each of these, I did A through L, obviously, and I came up with a different category that they all go to when they're redistributed. So A is for the after, that's a new category I'll get to later. B is for back home, which is my moving fund. C is for car, which is actually car binder. We'll get to that in a second. D is for debt. E is for events, which is holidays. And you'll see why I did it that way. F is for the future binder. G is for gifts, which is birthdays. H is for the health folder. I is for ink, tattoos. J is for Japan. K is for kiddos, which we're doing as my pets. So in the pet binder. And L is for lime, which is the big lime fund. Now some of these, the wording on them is just because there were certain binders I definitely wanted to make sure I was saving for, and so I messed around with different words that could go with it until I found ones that worked. So now this is one of my savings challenges actually that I made. I haven't gotten a chance to laminate them yet or anything, but I'm still gonna do it. For those who don't know, I did actually make an Etsy sheet or Etsy page. I'll try to remember to link it down in my description. I've done it a couple times, but I keep forgetting that's a thing I do now. But this is my little, let me make sure I'm in camera. Yes. This is my little tips on tips is what I called it. So it's for anyone who makes tips. So like if you're a server or anything, I work a snack bar and I get tips. That's a giant portion of my thing. So I thought this would be a fun little way to do it. Save a 10 to 15% tip based on your earned tips for the week. The coins are $1 and the little hands are $5. So I'll be using this in my cash stuffing video here soon. And then I'm also doing a Duolingo challenge I made, which is, I study Japanese on Duolingo, and so I have just these little trackers I got forever ago, so I thought it would be a fun way to use them. So for every day in the previous week, now it won't be my work week, because that's Wednesday to Tuesday, and so that's a little confusing. I'm just doing Sunday to Saturday. For every day that I remembered to practice Duo and didn't use a streak freeze, I'll add $1. So this week in the next video, I'll be adding $3 for last week. So that's how I'm doing this. Yes, I missed New Year's. I remembered at like 12:05 into January 2nd. I was really mad at myself. But so that's gonna help motivate me both to save, but also to keep up with my Duo streak, because I'm in like the 1300s day streak and I don't want to lose that. And then the monthly marathon, I couldn't find my printout that I did for this one, unfortunately. If I remember in post, I'll try to put pictures on screen now. We know that's a big if. But basically it's another one I created that's also on my Etsy page. It's a little bit more expensive because technically it's 12 challenges in one. It's for 2025. I made a low income savings challenge that gets progressively harder as you go on, and basically you save the month number 10 times. So January you'll save $1 10 times, and February you save $2 10 times, so on and so forth. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the number. I believe it's like 780 or something if you manage to complete the whole thing. I don't remember. It's on the page. I did the calculations. Like I said, my brain's just tired, but this one is not going to be part of my savings the way the others are. I have certain savings challenges. This one, and I am actually going to start the 100 envelope savings challenge, but I'm doing it my own way. But I will explain that when the time comes, because that one and this one are only going to come from anything I make with neurodivergent budgets if I happen to. So whether it's from Etsy purchases, that will go towards these savings challenges, or if I happen to reach a point this year where I can start making money through YouTube, then it would also go from that. So that's just a brief for me overview of what my savings binder is this year. Also, if you guys would like, let me know. I'm toying with the idea of if I should cash stuff the savings binder just when I do all the other cash stuffing, or if I should do that as a separate video or even maybe a short. You guys let me know your opinions, please. I would appreciate the input. All right. So next we have the beautiful black and gold marble. This one is actually where my future binder has been relocated to, because I just wanted to be consistently all the marble binders with only a few of the solid ones. So it'll take some getting used to for me. I've had the same binders, me being the same categories, for like 2 years. But so this is pretty much the same as it was. So we are going to, all right, I was just confirming where my prop bills are going. Let's see. The future binder got a decent boost here. So kids, and also wedding when we come to it. But kids is getting $77. We can use my one here, that's fine. So 50, 70, and we'll use a $2 bill as well. 50, 70, 75, 76, 77 into kids. Now moving got a nice boost. It is going to be 317, but like I said, we're only putting the prop bills that were already in here. So these ones, we had $200. So 200, 50, 300, 10, 15, and 17. So 100, 200 already in the bank, 50, 300, 10, 15, and 317. So that one's already gonna get another prop bill at the end of January, which is nice. New car is just $20. RV got a decent boost as well. Not quite the same, but it was already a little behind, so that makes sense. It is getting 290. So we have the original 200, and I'm out of 50s now. So 20, 40, 60, 80. I just realized I put my tree back on the wrong side. Like I said, I rearranged my desk and I forgot what my setup looked like, but that's okay. 20, 40, 60, 80. Well, let's throw the nice 10 in there. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 290 in RV. So probably by the end of this month, that'll probably have another 300 in there. So we'll be able to take another prop bill from there too. So starting off January really good. All right, 77 in wedding, 20, 40, 60, 70, 5, and our last two we'll throw in here because these stay here for a minute. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 77. Miscellaneous is getting 22. So 20, 1 and 2. Now we have reached the after. What the after is I've kind of had the idea in my mind for a while, and then especially when my grandpa died, it kind of solidified it for me. I want to start saving up a fund for after I pass. And so what it is I want this fund to be able to go towards my, like, you know, funeral expenses or whatever, so that it eases the burden on whatever family member has to take care of that for me. So that is what the after is. It is the after me. So we're starting this one this year. Like I said, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I finally decided, like, yes, I definitely want to do that, especially if it's like, cause say it's Quinn that ends up having to take care of things for me for whatever reason. Like, he doesn't have the funds to be able to do that right now. So yeah, where are we? 28 is what we're putting in here to start off. So a nice start. Get it kind of caught up a little bit. So 25, 6, 7, 8. Also, I do see my stand shaking. I'm pretty sure I am bumping it. Like I said, I'll just have to play test it, figure out where I need to tighten on it because it's twisted in a new direction and everything else. So yeah, mostly the same for the future binder. Got nice little boosts, and we have that new category. Next, my personal has been moved into the purple instead of the blue. I had reasons for choosing all the colors I did too, but I'm sure nobody cares about that. Okay, so like I said, some of these are just placeholders. I didn't really want to tear off stickers, so I went with the closest for some of these. This is Doctor, which is just what the new health binder is. So we are putting 68 in here. So 20, 40, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 60, 65, 6, 7, 8. Moving on to Japan. I still don't know if this is going to be a future moving to Japan fund or just a visit anymore. I really need to tear off this gold part, but I'm tearing off the whole thing soon anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm stalling. We're getting 56. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56. Self-care, we're starting with a decent 14. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Some of these ones are gross and I can't wait to get rid of them. All right, this is a new category. Oh, hold on. You need to swap around my papers. So this is a new category. Basically, it's replacing hyperfixations. I'm not saving enough in my hyperfixations to use it on a fully new hobby, so I just decided to go with just a spending category instead, because that's usually what I ended up taking that out of anyway, was just for spending. So we're starting this off with 17. So 10, 15, 16, 17. This says flights, but this is just the travel envelope. So what we ended up with in travel was $104. So kind of sad I ran out of all my big bills already, but 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It'll just make for a better video when I do the condensing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these bills are gross, so I'm just going to do one more quick recount, make sure none of them stuck together. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 104 in travel. And I don't have any plans soon, so this one will definitely get prop swapped at the end of the month. And I can't wait to get rid of almost all of those bills. And then tattoos, we ended up with 37 after redistribution. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 6, and 7. We are out of our big bills. That's okay, we're all used to it, right? All right, so that is my new personal binder. I also have no idea how the lighting looks today, so I'm sorry about that too if that's off. Okay, so this is now my car binder. So I just got my new car, for those who remember. And so I want to make sure I've got the money in to take really good care of it. So I decided instead of just a generalized car maintenance binder, I wanted to have a binder all to itself. So the categories I have in this one are for car wash, DIY, which is basically like if I have to go get new coolant, or if I do the oil change by myself instead of going into the shop for it, or windshield wipers, basically anything I buy at the store that I can handle alone without taking it to a shop, that's what that is. The DMV gets saved up for registration and taxes and all of that. I just want to have that fund going. A gas buffer, in case I don't make enough money, or in order to have a decent amount to get gas, then I just want to have it saved up. This is another one where it's just a placeholder. It says emergency. This is, we're going to call it the oops category though. And, yeah, we definitely need that one. And then car maintenance is another placeholder. But it fits. This is for the shop. So if we do take it into the shop instead, that's what that money is used for. So car wash is not getting anything. The money that was supposed to go into that did not end up having anything saved. DIY is getting $9. I can't tell if this is open or not. There we go. So $9 into DIY, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these other folders that I was talking about, they're nice and roomy on the inside, like it's very wide, but it's because the material is so thin that it's like kind of flimsy. That's why I don't like it. But the wallet itself is great material and I'm in love with it and I'm happy I made the purchase. I didn't need new envelopes anyway. These are just while I take the other ones over to do the labels on them. I figured that would be the easiest and then I can just swap them out. So, DMV, we are putting $28 in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28 for now for the DMV. I have some time to work on that. Gas buffer is not getting anything. Oops is getting 17. So 5, 10, 15, 16, and 17. All right. And then car maintenance, which is the shop, is getting 20. Oh, that one was actually closed. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. So that is the car binder. Oh boy. I might have to find a way to do some exchanges because I just looked at what I have left. I've got a lot of big numbers coming up here and I don't have that many 5s left, so we'll have to see what happens. So this is now called the Celebrations binder. And so I combined birthdays and holidays. So the way I did that, I ended up getting these new folders. I really hope I like them. They're the tabs. With this, they have this pretty finish on them. I'll let you know what I think, and if I like them, I'll share you guys, and anyone's interested, I'll share the link, but I gotta figure them out first. I haven't actually cash stuffed with them yet, but like you saw with the tips on tips, like that had the sheet in there and it slid in pretty nice. So I only have the birthdays that I currently have people I'm planning on buying for. I don't have every month. Oh no, that's gonna annoy me. There we go. I don't have every month, and these stickers aren't the best. They might fall off, so it's okay. So this year, at the moment, it might change if I start being able to save more money, but we're saving up for January, April, May, June, July, and September. The people that I'm planning on buying for are in those months. And then we have a birthday buffer. And then behind that, maybe I might make a dashboard or something. I don't really know how to do a nice one though, so I'm not sure. But these ones are the holidays. Quinn and I discussed it, and we decided instead of doing it like we did last year and like a lot of people do where we save for individual holidays, we decided what would work better for us is to save for categories for the holidays. So this is for holiday clothes, holiday decor, holiday food, holiday gifts, and holiday miscellaneous. So instead of saving for specific holidays, we're saving for categories of things to buy in the holidays. So that's the way we're doing it. So we're only adding to birthdays. I don't have anything for the holidays binder because we spent all of our holiday money last year, down to the dollar actually. So it worked out. So January is actually getting $50. And I don't know how long you'll see this amount in though, because my dad's birthday is coming up and then my sister's birthday is right after that. And if there's anything left over, then my mom's birthday is right after that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because my mom's actually in town, so we might just go do something for her birthday, whereas my dad and my sister are across the country. So I might send them money. So $50, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Actually, I'm gonna sneak out that nice 5. Not that I think it's gonna go anywhere, but yep, $50. So I'm like, I really like the look of these. And I got these so that it stayed flat. So we'll see how it goes. Having the open ones makes me nervous, but I mean, I've watched enough cash stuffers who use zipperless that I'm like, okay, maybe it'll work. But this is also why I'm cash stuffing every month. Like, I don't want these to break, and I'm using these so it doesn't get too bulky, so we'll see. April is getting $20. We have 5, 10, 15, 20. See, I keep going to grab for a zipper though. That's gonna take some getting used to, but I figured these would be better because I had the ones where I slid down the side, but I was getting really annoyed with those. I wanted something top loading when I'm faced this way. So May is getting 10, 5, 10. June, July, and September are all getting 5. But I think I'm gonna just do them in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like I said, I have some big numbers coming up. So I was worried I'd be left with big bills that I couldn't put anywhere. I thought, because I don't usually use 50s. But nope, I needed more. Excuse me. 3, 4, 5 for July. Might need to take a water break while I figure this out. And September as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones you definitely want nicer bills going into them because they're a little bit stiffer, but maybe as I use them, they'll be fine. Birthday buffer is also getting $4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. And like I said, no holiday money was left over, so nothing's getting added to holidays yet. And okay, yeah, I have big numbers coming up in the next binder, like $40, and I don't have that. So give me a minute. I'm just gonna swap out some of the bigger bills for lower bills in some of the earlier binders. Give me a second. I'm just gonna skip it and then I'll be right back. All right, hopefully that should be good enough. I was kind of recounting as I went, but I wasn't being too specific. But I think I should have enough big bills to finish this off. All right, we have the Cousins binder has now been moved to the marble pink. So for the birthdays, as always, they're all the same. And after redistributing money, they're each getting $41. So we're gonna go 10, 20, 30, yeah, just some 5s and 10s in both, so it's not too bulky. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41 for K, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41. Same thing for Bobbert. We'll do his 2 10s, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41. Same thing for Little Lime, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41. And we used the Christmas money to do that redistribution, so that gets skipped. This is the other one that's getting added. I don't remember if my cousin watches my videos, but in case she does, this one's actually staying a secret. So we're just calling it the Big Lime Fund. What were we adding? 23 to this one. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I was just looking at my numbers. I did miscalculate for one big number that's coming up, and I don't want to put a lot of bills in, so let's swap. Let's swap. A couple 10s out, I think. Go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I think just the 110 should be enough. The rest I don't mind doing with the ones, so that's okay. So that is the Cousins binder. Then our last one that we are doing anything in, the only other binder is the bingo binder I introduced last month. And I actually, in one of my weeks where I just wasn't filming, I just filled that binder up. So we're not going to be touching that binder for a while anyway. So this is our new pets binder. We changed it a little bit. So this says dog food, but this is just food. We're just combining the cat and the dog food stuff. So food, and then we're adding in grooming, toys, and treats. Then this again is just vet and miscellaneous. So wasn't a lot of food money to go around, so we're just adding $1 into food. Grooming is getting 6, and we're going to do it all in ones because the vet category needs all of those big bills. So grooming is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But hey, this just means at the end of the month, the first condensing of the month is going to be really fun. Toys is getting $3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Treats is also just getting $1 because it was from the same categories as food. But something's better than nothing. All right, and then vet is getting 48, which is why I needed as many big bills as possible. So we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me double count that one more time just to make sure. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 48 into vet. And then miscellaneous, this should be $7, and this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Perfect. $2,000 is a lot of money to keep track of and to make sure I'm calculating correctly, but it looks like we did. So if you're still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you're looking forward to my new plan in 2025. I've changed it up slightly. We're going back to using percentages for those who are newer. When I first started, I did everything by percentages. It helped my ADHD brain. This last year, I was doing more of a kind of guess and feel and be like, oh, I think this one needs more. I think this one needs more. Let me just do this money and just throwing it. And it worked, but I just feel more comfortable having set percentages, and that's just how I calculate the money. It's less thinking for me. Obviously, I'll tweak here and there as needed, but for the most part, it just makes it easier. I do have a cash stuffing video to film, but I've been recording for an hour and my throat is pretty much done, so I'm going to take a break before I do that. Hopefully, I mean, I say this every time, but having 2 videos at once, I know that the first cash stuffing video is going to be a little delayed. Hopefully you guys will look out for it. I really appreciate you so much, and I hope we're off to a good new year. Let me know in the comments below what your plans are going into 2025, especially with cash stuffing or anything particular that you just are planning on doing and are excited for. Let me know. Also drop a purple heart so I know that you stuck around, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Love you. Bye.